Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
Welcome to the temple and to Ruby Jane's Bat Mitzvah. We're all very excited. We're going to use throughout the service this blue book. If you don't have one, there are on the pews plenty of them. And you will see that there is two systems of numbers on them. Ignore the number that is in brackets in blue, and we're just going by the number that is in black. The prayer book has both Hebrew and English. The English is usually a translation of the Hebrew. Sometimes it's a creative interpretation. The prayer book that we're very proud of is egalitarian. And it goes the right way, the Hebrew way, meaning from right to left, so don't go the wrong way by going from left to right. When we say Adonai, we mean God. Adonai is the Hebrew word for Lord, and that all hopefully will help everyone to follow our prayer. We begin our service as we sing together something that is called a song that is called Hinei Matov, which means how good and how pleasant it is to be here together. And we open the prayer books to page 172 to join together in singing Matovu.
Turn to the bottom of page 178. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu la'asok b'divrei Torah. Blessed are you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, who hallows us with mitzvot, commanding us to engage with words of Torah. Adonai our God, make the words of your Torah sweet to us, and the house of Israel your people, that we and your children may be lovers of your name and students of your Torah. We praise you, O God, teacher of Torah, to our people Israel. Baruch atah Adonai, hamelamein
Torah le'amo
le'amo
Yisrael.
Yisrael. Elu divarim she'ein lehem shiyor. These are things that are limitless, of which a person enjoys the fruit of the world, while their principle remains in the world to come. They're honoring one's father and mother, engaging in deeds of compassion, arriving early for study, morning and evening, dealing graciously with guests, visiting the sick, providing the wedding couple, accompanying the dead for burial, being devoted in prayer, and making peace among people, but the study of Torah encompasses them all. Please rise and turn to page 195. Baruch et Adonai Hamvarah, Baruch Adonai Hamvarah le'olam va'ed. Praise Adonai, to whom praise is due forever. Praise be Adonai, to whom praise is due now and forever.
Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed. HaMevorach, HaMevorach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, Yotzer or uberei Hosheh, Oseh shalom uberei et hakol. Hameir la'aretz v'ladarim aleha b'rahamim. Utuvo mehadesh v'hol yom tamid ma'aseh v'reshit. Ma rabu ma'asecha Adonai, kulam b'hokma asita ma'al ha'aretz kinineha. Tipara Adonai Eloheinu, al shevach ma'aseh yedeha, ve'al me'arei or she'asita yifa'aru hasela. Or hadash al tzion ta'ir, v'niskei kulanu mehera la'arel. Baruch atah Adonai Yotzer HaMe'areu.
Amen.
Please join me. The world
The world is sunlight, restoring the soul, rejoicing the heart, bringing light to the eyes, more welcome than gold, a Torah from heaven. I have no light to give the morning. My Torah, my special human gift, is words. As I bring my words forth from silence, welcome them, you who redeems the sun from darkness. Baruch atah Adonai, Yotzer HaMeorot.
Turn to page 199. O God, inspiration and guide for all, you've spoken in 1,000 tongues for us to hear. In every land and every age, your children have heard you and imagined you in separate ways. And yet, O God, you are one, unifier of humanity. We give thanks for the sages and teachers who bring us understanding of your will. Gratefully, we recall the lawgivers and prophets and songs and sages of Israel, and joyfully remember that from the dawn of Israel's life, we turn to you and find purpose. May the teachings of our ancestors live on in our minds, and their passion for righteousness stir our hearts. Help us to live so that our daily conduct reveals the beauty and wisdom of your truth. Baruch atah Adonai, haboher be'amo Yisrael be'ahava. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Hear, O Israel, Adonai is our God, Adonai is one. Baruch Shem Kavod Malhuta Le'olam Va'ed. Blessed is God's glorious majesty forever and ever.
Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Le'olam Va'ed.
You may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך. ושיננתם לפניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו תותפות בין עיניך וכתרתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך. למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מצוות מצרים להם לאלוהיהם. אני אדוני אלוהיהם. We join together in these words on your song sheet. You shall love Adonai your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. And you shall things which I command you on this day shall be in your heart, shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and you shall speak of them when you sit in your house, when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up, and when you rise up. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be for frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them on the doorposts of your house and upon your gates, and upon your gates, that you may remember and do all of my commandments, and be holy unto your God, unto your God, unto your God.
Turn to page 203 as we read together. Sing the song of men and women,
joined in understanding and respect, the song of God's miracles, an earth protected and cherished, a gift for our children and the generations to come. the song of a land once ravished by war, now quiet and content, her soldiers home to live no more, the song of a world redeemed, the song of peace.
These words can be found on your song sheet. That repeats.
Please rise and turn to page 205 for the tefillah. Adonai, sifratai tifta, ufia gi tehilateha. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imutenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yisrael, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rahel, v'Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanorah, El Yom Gomel, Hasadim Tovim, V'Konei HaKol, V'Zoher Hasdeh, Ahot v'imahot, uvmevim ge'elem, livnei b'neihem le'ma'an shimo be'ahava. Melech ozer uvmoshim uvmelgain, Baruch atah Adonai, Magain Avraham Bizrah Sarah. We read together. You are the open door that beckons me in.
Peeking around the door frame, I begin to enter into your glory. You move me forward, O Eternal, to step beyond self-made boundaries. Lift my foot over the threshold that I might abide with you. In the house of the Eternal, I found my questions waiting to be posed. They filled me with wonder. Sit with me, eternal teacher. Encourage my seeking as I fill my hours with your mitzvot. So shall I be filled. Send me through your door, stretching up to honor your name, sharing out this wonder, enriching myself in the giving. Blessed are you, Adonai, who gives life to all. Baruch atah Adonai, mechayeh hakol.
Kakatu
To all generations we will make known your greatness, and to all eternity proclaim your holiness. Your praise, O God, shall never depart from our lips. Blessed are you, Adonai, the holy God. Baruch atah Adonai, Ha'el HaKadosh. Please be seated.
Page 211. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oleg Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oleg Shabbat. Mikadeshe Shemei Shabbat, Kulam Yisbehu, V'yitang B'tuvecha Shabbat, Yismechu v'malekutecha, Shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, V'korei oleg Shabbat, Yismechu v'malekutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oleg Shabbat, v'hashvi ratzita bo v'kidasho Shabbat, chemdad yamim, oto karata Shabbat, yismechu v'malechutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oleg Shabbat, yismechu v'malechutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oleg Shabbat. Zecher l'maaseh v'reshit Shabbat, zecher l'maaseh v'reshit Shabbat, yismechu v'malechutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oleg Shabbat, yismechu v'malechutecha, shomerei, shomerei, shomerei Shabbat, v'korei oleg Shabbat.
I would like to invite Shannon and Eleanor Kessler to share with us the meaning of Shabbat at the bottom of page 211.
The meaning of Shabbat is to celebrate time rather than space. 6 days a week, we live under the tyranny of things of space. On Shabbat, we try to become attuned to the holiness in time.
It is a day on which we are called upon to share in what is eternal in time, to turn from the results of creation to the mystery of creation, from the world of creation to the creation of the world.
Baruch atah Adonai, Mikadesh HaShabbat.
And we turn now to page 214. I would like to invite Peter Dolan and Sherry Warner to lead us in the reading.
Grandeur of creation, worlds known and unknown, galaxies upon galaxies, filling us with awe and challenging our imagination.
Modim anachnu lach.
For this fragile planet Earth, its times and tides, its sunsets and seasons.
Modim anachnu lach.
For the joy of human life, its wonders and surprises, its hopes and its achievements.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human community, our common past and future hope, our oneness transcending all separation, our capacity to work for peace and justice in the midst of hostility and oppression.
Modim anachnu lach.
For high hopes and noble causes, for faith without fanaticism, for understanding of views not shared.
Modim anachnu lach.
For all who have labored and suffered for a fairer world, who have lived so that others might live in dignity and freedom.
Modim anachnu lach.
For human liberties and sacred rights, for opportunities to change and grow, to affirm and to choose.
Modim anachnu lach.
We pray that we may live not by our fears, but by our hopes, not by our words, but by our deeds.
ברוך אתה אדוני, הטוב שמך ולך נאה להודות. And we turn now to page 216 for the prayer for shalom, the prayer for peace. I would like to invite Brittany Swan to lead us in that prayer.
This one? Yeah, okay. Oh God, may we never become complacent, faltering in our effort to build a world of peace. Let the nations know and understand that justice and right are better than dominion and conquest. May all come to see that it is not by might nor by power, but by your Spirit that life prevails.
Praised are you, Adonai, who blesses your people Israel with peace. Baruch
ברוך
atah
אתה
Adonai.
אדוני המברך את עמו ישראל בשלום.
Ose shalom b'imroma. Ose shalom b'imroma. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh, hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu. Here comes some English. May the one who makes peace bring peace down. Bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down. Bring peace down. May the one who brings peace bring peace down. Bring peace down. May the one who makes peace bring peace down. Bring peace down.
We take a moment for a silent prayer. We turn to page 253 for the words of the Mishe Berach, words of a prayer that is asking for courage and strength and healing to us, to everyone that is dear to us. We name in our hearts those we know that need courage and strength and healing as we sing together the Mishe Berach.
The
We turn now to Seder Kriyat Torah, the order of reading from the Torah on Shabbat. It's on page 244. There are a lot of people that are going to participate. I would like to call up here to the bima, to the pulpit, Jamie and Courtney Warner. Also, we have Amy Amos, who's going to address the Torah. We have Dave Kessler, who's going to address the Torah and sit with it. And then we're going to have Jamie and Courtney again that are going to close the ark. We're going to do the passing of the Torah down here, so you don't need to go up for that. Please come up, and we are going to page 244 for En Kamocha as we begin our place. Please rise, everyone, as we open the ark. Our tradition teaches us that Moses received the Torah, the 5 scrolls of Moses, on top of Mount Sinai. Moses then passed it on to Joshua, who passed it on to the elders, they passed it on to the prophets, and they passed it on to the great rabbis of the great assembly. And I can go on for the coming hour to name how the passing of the Torah went from one generation to the next for thousands of years, just waiting for this day, for your bat mitzvah, Rabbi Jane, that your grandparents can pass the Torah to your parents and they can pass it on to you. And one day, with God blessing, you will pass this Torah to the next generation. You have a great Torah portion, an amazing Torah portion that speaks about the perfect state. It speaks about a state that is filled with justice, something that unfortunately you still have to work for. We still yearn for. And my hope and prayer for you at the moment of passing the Torah is that when you will pass the Torah on to the next generation, we will be closer to the words of your Torah portion. And when the next generation will pass it on, we will be even closer. Because when we pass the Torah, we're not only passing this pretty heavy, wait for it, book, we're passing what's in it. The traditions, the teachings, the message that is in it. And just like your grandparents and parents are installing Jewish tradition, Jewish pride, and Jewish values in you, we hope that you will make it even better as you pass it to the next generation. Symbolically, we will literally pass the Torah from one generation to the next.
גדלו לאדוני איתי, ונרוממה שמו יחדיו. לך אדוני הגדולה והגבורה והתפארת והנצח וההוד, כי הוא בשמיים ובארץ, כי הוא בשמיים ובארץ. לך אדוני
Please be seated.
המלאכה והמתנשא לכל ראש. For the honor of our first Aliyah, we call to the bima Dave Kessler.
You would get, oh, yes.
And the blessings are right there.
Baruch atah Adonai Ham Barak.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Ham Barak Leolam Voed. Baruch Adonai Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bakabanu Mikol Ha'amin V'yanatu La Torato. Baruch atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
Shoktim v'shoktim titen lecha b'ho she'areha asher Adonai Elohecha noten lecha yishvateha b'shavtu et ha'am mishpat sedek. Lo tate mishpat lo takir panim v'lo tika shohad ki hashohad. Yi'aver einei hakamim v'salev divrei tzadikim.
Baruch atah Adonai Ham Barak. Huh? Oh, after, sorry. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'Kahal Alamu Nata Bata, what's this word? B'Tehenu. Baruch atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. And for the honor of our second Aliyah, we call up very proud Mom and Dad, Dan and Shannon.
Baruch et Adonai HaBarak.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach Leolam Va'ed.
Baruch Adonai HaBarak Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Bakarbanu Mikol Ha'amin V'natan Lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen.
No, it's Sedek, Sedek, Tirdov, Lama'an, Tihye, Behasiten, Et Ha'eretz, Asher, Adonai, Eloheinu, Notan, Lecha.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu Melech HaOlam Asher Natan Lanu Torah Emet V'Kayel Alom Nata B'Tochenu. Baruch atah Adonai Noten HaTorah.
Amen. And now, Ruby Jane, you get to have a seat for just a moment. So, yes, that's the question. Why is Ruby Jane, our bat mitzvah, sitting before her final aliyah? This is the moment, Ruby Jane, I promised I would tell you the reason behind, the method behind my madness, right? This is the moment you become a bat mitzvah. Becoming a bat mitzvah, it's something that you become for the whole rest of your life. It's something that you have been moving towards since the moment that you were born. And so in a moment when I call you up by your Hebrew name, which we created together, and I was really privileged to have a part in that with you. And you move from your seat, making aliyah, ascending up to the Torah. You are ascending up into your Jewish history and deeper into your connection to your Jewish heritage and to your people and your community and to God. And all of that big language means that you, my dear, are ready to become an active member, an active participant in your Jewish community, your synagogue, your friendship community, your family community, and beyond. And so in moving upward, you also help us to ascend and to grow deeper into our connection as well. So it is my honor to call you up now as an official bat mitzvah to the Torah. Talmud ha-bachura ha-bat mitzvah Adama Yael bat Daniel la'aliyah la-Torah.
Baruch et Adonai Hambarach.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed.
Baruch Adonai Hambarach le'olam va'ed. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher b'char banu mikol ha'amim, v'natan lanu et Torato. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
Amen.
Lo tita la lecha, asherah kol eitz estel mizbach Adonai Eloheinu, asher ta'aseh lecha, velo takir lecha, matseva, asher saneh Adonai Elohecha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech ha'olam, asher natan lanu Torah emet, v'chayei olam natan b'toheinu. Baruch atah Adonai noten ha'torah.
We have our dressing of the Torah. Dave, you are up again.
You can sit there. Okay.
Vezota Torah asher sham Moshe livnei bnei Yisrael al pi Adonai beyad Moshe. Yalla lai 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 lai. Yalla lai 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 lai. We sing that one more time. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. Ya la 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 la. You'll find our Haftorah blessings on page 254. And your Haftorah text on your yellow sheet.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bahar bin v'im tovim, v'ratzah v'divrehem, hanemarim be'amet. Baruch atah Adonai haboher b'torah, uv'moshe havado, uv'Yisrael amo uv'va ha'emet v'sadek. Lachen yida ami shmi lachen bayom hahu kianihu hamdaber hineni mavanu al he harim ragle mavaser mashmiah shalom mavaser tov mashmiah Yeshua omer litzion melech olahe ko sofai nasu ko yadav ye'areh ki ayin ba'ayin yer'u b'shuv Adonai Tzion. Praise to you, Adonai our God, sovereign of the universe, rock of all creation, righteousness one of all generations, the faithful God whose word is deed, whose every command is just and true, for the Torah, for the privilege of worship, for the prophets, and for the Shabbat that you, Adonai our God, had given us. For holiness and rest, for honor and glory, we thank and bless you. May your name be blessed forever by every living being. Praise to you, Adonai, for the Sabbath and its holiness.
Amen.
Please rise as we turn to page 256 to return the Torah to the ark. Please be seated.
Shabbat Shalom, and thank you everyone for coming to my bat mitzvah. It means a lot. My Torah portion is about pursuing justice. Out of all the 600 plus mitzvahs in the Torah, this is the only mitzvah we need to pursue. You normally only observe a mitzvah, and when it happens, you observe Yom Kippur on its date, same with Rosh Hashanah and Shabbat. Do not pursue them or any other mitzvah except for justice. My Torah portion talks about pursuing justice. You don't pursue any holidays or any other mitzvah. This makes it a very important mitzvah. I admire Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. She had only one poster in her office, and it said, "Justice, justice, you shall pursue." To her, it was like a symbol of being Jewish and being a Supreme Court judge, and what it means to be Jewish. I think it's really cool that she has something from my Torah portion as a poster in her office. As someone that I admire, it feels special. At first, I didn't want to have a bat mitzvah because it seemed really scary and I didn't fully understand it yet. Then I started going to more and more of my friends and thinking, wow, this is really cool, and I'm kind of getting excited for mine. I'm usually the younger one out of my friends, so I'm one of the last people to have mine. I don't really like to grow up because I get used to being a certain age, and sometimes I want to be the next age, but it's kind of sad leaving this one. Thank you to my mom, dad, sister, grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, Jewish friends, school friends, swim friends, TAs, the swans, and my dog for watching me grow.
Okay. First, I'd like to say you're totally crushing this, so good job. And that shows me two things about you. One, you can do hard things. And two, when you use maximum effort, great things happen. So keep it up. And I hope that you continue to find the comfort in your religion and continue to nourish what brings you joy throughout this journey. I'm so proud of you. And Dad's only going to talk for 12 minutes. It's fine. You're fine. It's okay.
I told you, it's down to 7 minutes now. It's 7. Just kidding. No, Shannon said it great. We love you from the very beginning, and we love your journey into Judaism and learning what that means to you, and it's very important to our lives and the lives of others before you, so thank you for that. I know you're going to crush life, because so far in 2 days of being 13, you've crushed life, and I know all the days before that you've crushed life, and you've made all of us happy. Many of your family and friends out here know you by Ruby Jane or Ruby, which I always say it's Ruby Jane, or RJ, or whatever you friends call her. They love you and they're here to support you. Family and friends, thanks for coming and supporting today for her, because we know it's a very nerve-wracking day for her, but she's been doing great, I think. And I know she's really excited to celebrate tonight with you guys as well. That's the most important thing she's been looking for, is tonight's celebration. She's told me that many, many times. So thank you also to the Rabbi and Cantor for all you've done for her growth, both in Judaism and life as well. The Sunday school has done great for her also, so we wanted to thank them as well. And finally, Mom, thanks for being great. I always have to thank Mom. So, great job, Ruby Jane. There you go. 2 minutes.
Ruby Jane, thank you. Your parents said everything I wanted to say. You did a great job, you worked hard, and you nailed it. I want to thank you for leading services, for reading from the Torah, from reading from your Torah, and for also giving a great speech. I actually learned a lot of you. You know, we tend to say that becoming a bat mitzvah is the beginning of your journey of becoming an adult in the Jewish community. You're not yet an adult, but you're beginning your journey. And part of being an adult is sometimes actually thinking, what do you want to do when you grow up, okay? And I'm still thinking about it, by the way. I'm not sure that I chose the right thing. I'm thinking of other options. So all your life, you're considering what are you going to be. I'm going to offer you one option, a great job, very satisfying, and that is to be a rabbi. And I'll tell you why. There was something about working with you on your speech that made me think if you are a rabbi of a congregation, they would just love you and adore you. We would talk for about half an hour or more about one subject, and then you would write it in one sentence. And you would summarize it. It's not like you missed anything. You have the ability to say a lot in a very short manner. And I can tell you that's already 50% of the job, because all the rabbis speak too much. And all the congregants are resentful of that. So you are already 50% successful if you choose that. You gave the shortest speech I remember in 30 years, and still it concluded everyone. You thanked everyone. Your parents are happy. Everyone here is happy, and I am really thrilled. I remember your mother said that a little bit. I remember the beginning of the journey when we met for the first time to discuss your bat mitzvah. And you were pretty nervous. Also this morning you were pretty nervous. That's a good thing, by the way. My rabbi once told me the first time that you will stand on the bima, on the pulpit, and you won't be nervous, that's the day that you need to retire. So being nervous when you are about to lead a service, when you are about to speak to a large number of people, especially people that are your friends and family, that even makes at least me more nervous. I'm sure also you did a great job. You should be very proud of yourself. You deserve a lot of credit, and I hope that you will just continue to go from strength to strength. We have gifts for you. We have a tzedakah box. Tzedakah is part of your Torah portion. Tzedek, tzedek tirdof, justice, justice you shall pursue. It's the same word. It's a symbol to remind us that it's our job to make the world a just world. You have 2 great books. Hopefully in the coming 30 years you'll get to read through them. One is the entire Hebrew Bible, and the other is from the Jewish community of Louisville, a book about Jewish values, and you have a lot of certificates. Enjoy and thank you.
Ruby Jane, Mazel Tov. It has just been a joy and a pleasure to get to know you over this whole year, and to get to know your mom and dad, and to see you grow and watch your journey. I remember the first time that we met, and I remember that nervousness and that I'm not really sure. And as we got to know one another, you'd sit and I'd ask you all about swimming. And you would tell me all about swimming. And it was with that same dedication that you put towards that sport, that same care that you put towards your Jewish studies and your connection to becoming a bat mitzvah. And my hope for you, my prayer for you, is that you always remember that God is at your core. And I want to thank you. I want to thank you for choosing to become a bat mitzvah. And I also want to thank you for the wonderful gift that you gave to me when we sat together as a family, and we helped you pick your Hebrew name. And those qualities of that fiery red earth and that sense of connection to this thing that is greater than ourselves, may they always surround you and live through you. Mazel tov.
We want to bless you with the same blessing that comes from the Torah that God said to the priest at that time to bless our children. That is called the priestly benediction. And it begins by saying,
Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha.
May God always guard you and keep you.
Yair Adonai panav elecha v'chuneka.
May God's face always shine towards you, Ruby Jane, and may God always deal graciously with you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha ve'yasem lecha shalom.
May God grant you the most important blessing of all, the blessing of shalom, of peace and wellness and wholeness. Ken yehi ratzon, may it be God's will. Amen. Now you can finally more or less relax as we go to the concluding prayers, and I ask everyone to rise as we turn to page 283 for the Aleinu. And I want to invite Eleanor to join the family as we Eleanor?
Amen. והתגלה ליוצר בראשית, שהוא שם חלקנו לייחד את שמו, וגורם עלינו להמליך מלכותו. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא, ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא, ביום ההוא, יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו, ושמו, ושמו אחד.
Please be seated, everyone. We turn now to page 283 for the mourner's Kaddish, our fourth turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. On this Shabbat, we remember especially Jose Maza, Henry Berg Brousseau, David Sean Bailey, Paula Erdley, Maurice Levy, Sol M. Perlmutter, Alfred Joseph Sr., Yvette Weisberg, Ann Hellman, Pauline Weitz, David Bloom, Joseph Michael D., Shirley Gear, Betty Jones, Wolf Malkin, Simon Penso, Seymour Zaller, Jack Alcon, Ann Goodman, Ruth Marion Goodman, Grace Nafusi, Clara B. Zaks, Denise Seligman, Sol Tuckman, Hattie Aberson, Ada Florence Blidin, Esther Eppinger, Marsha Hertzman, Suzanne Loeb, Oscar Sales, Sanford Spiegel, Suzanne Weinstein, David Weiss, Edward Stern, and in recent days, Julia June Goldstein, Hannah Yente, Bat Avraham Ber. And this Saturday morning, we remember members of Ruby Jane and her family that are missing so much here. Edward Kessler, Monroe Kessler, Kay Taylor, Larry Taylor, Betty Roth, Jack Roth, and Tina Warner. We think of our loved ones whom death has recently taken from us, those who died at this season in years past, and those whom we have drawn into our hearts with our own. With the blessed memories of our loved ones in our hearts, we rise as we turn to page 294 to say together the mourner's Kaddish. יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברך חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון וביומכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב, ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מברך לעלם ולעולמי עולמיה, יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתעלל שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תושבחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהא שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. זיכרונם לברכה, may the memory of our loved ones come to be a blessing and a benediction to us all, and let us say amen. We now are in the part of saying the blessing over the fruit of the vine and the Chala, the Kiddush and Amotzi. I'd like to invite the family to lead us in that. Thanks to Ruby Jane's father, we actually have 2 challahs here, and we only have one grape juice here. Ruby, can you hold it?
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Hi, take a drink.
It's great sweet.
Okay. Both get to hold. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov, simen tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simen tov. Yelanu, 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 uvechol Yisrael. Yelanu, yelanu, uvechol Yisrael. Yelanu, yelanu, uvechol Yisrael. Yelanu, yelanu, uvechol Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom to everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.
A huge mazal tov to Ruby Jane and her family. Please say Shabbat Shalom to someone you never met before, and also to everyone that you do know and like. And Shabbat Shalom, everyone.
Shabbat Shalom.